What if your entire life changed every time your net worth grew? Let's begin at $0. Your account is empty, but your future isn't. Because the richest people once started exactly here. Skills become your first real investment. Every day, you're quietly becoming more valuable. Then something changes. Your first $1,000. It's not life-changing money, but it changes how you think forever. And at $10,000, your life starts looking completely different. $10,000 isn't freedom, but it's the first moment you finally feel financially alive. For the first time, unexpected expenses stop feeling like personal disasters. Your emergency fund quietly protects you while the rest of the world keeps worrying. You're no longer chasing every paycheck. You're finally building your future. Now your money starts working beside you, instead of sitting completely idle. You begin thinking less about surviving today and more about growing tomorrow. Your habits become more valuable than your paycheck, because habits create wealth. At this level, confidence slowly replaces constant financial stress. You stop trying to look rich, because you're finally learning how to become rich. The numbers may still look small, but momentum is quietly becoming your greatest asset. And then, $100,000 comes into view much faster than you ever imagined. Because at $100,000, people don't just notice your money, they notice your discipline. $100,000 changes more than your bank account. It completely changes your confidence. Banks and financial advisors suddenly start treating you like someone worth keeping. Your money begins producing money, even while you're asleep, every single night. For the first time, work starts feeling like a choice instead of pure survival. You no longer buy things to impress strangers. You buy freedom and peace of mind. Health, discipline, and consistency become the habits protecting your growing wealth every day. Even while you're spending time with people you love, your investments continue working quietly. You finally realize that wealth isn't about showing off. It's about creating options. Most people increase their spending, but smart investors quietly increase their ownership. At this stage, patience becomes more profitable than chasing the next big opportunity. And then comes the milestone almost everyone dreams about: $1 million. But reaching $1 million doesn't end the journey. It's where an entirely new life begins. $1 million isn't just another number. It's the moment your money begins creating real freedom. You no longer wake up worrying about bills. You wake up deciding how to spend your time. Your investments become a full-time employee, working 24 hours a day without asking for a paycheck. Work becomes optional for many millionaires because their assets now produce consistent income. Travel becomes easier, not because you're showing off, but because you've earned more control over your schedule. Your wealth is no longer sitting in one place. It's growing through multiple streams of income. Every dollar now has a specific job, protecting your future while creating even more wealth. Ironically, the richer you become, the less you feel the need to impress anyone. Status symbols lose their power, because real confidence never needs constant attention. Instead of chasing bigger paychecks, you're focused on growing stronger assets every single year. But as incredible as $1 million feels, the next level changes life in ways most people never imagine. At $10 million, you stop managing money and start building a lasting legacy. $10 million doesn't just upgrade your lifestyle. It completely changes the way you think about money. At this level, you're no longer simply earning wealth. You're managing an entire financial ecosystem. Your income now comes from multiple sources, even while you're focused on completely different things. Business owners, investors, and entrepreneurs become your everyday network, opening doors that money alone never could. Many people at this stage begin focusing on impact, because creating value becomes more rewarding than collecting possessions. The goal is no longer making more money. It's protecting wealth for decades to come. Ironically, life becomes quieter, calmer, and far less stressful than most people imagine. Short-term thinking disappears, because every decision is made with the next generation in mind. Your opportunities are no longer limited to one city, or even one country. But even $10 million is only the beginning, because 50 million changes the game once again. At $50 million, wealth stops being personal success and starts becoming lasting influence. $50 million doesn't simply make you wealthy. It places you in an entirely different financial world. At this level, Your biggest challenge isn't making money anymore. It's managing it wisely. Your wealth is spread across businesses, properties, and investments working around the clock. Travel becomes less about luxury and more about saving the one thing money can never replace: time. Instead of searching for jobs, you're searching for the next great opportunity to invest in. Real influence begins when your money improves lives you'll never personally meet. Ironically, the more successful people become, the more they value peace over attention. Your decisions now create opportunities across cities, countries, and even entire industries. Wealth at this level becomes less about ownership and more about building something that outlives you. Money becomes a powerful tool, but vision is what determines how far that tool can truly reach. And then comes a number very few people will ever experience: $100 million. At $100 million, you're no longer just building wealth, you're shaping the future. $100 million isn't just extraordinary wealth. It's a level where your decisions can influence thousands of lives. You're no longer managing your own future. You're helping shape the future of entire organizations. Every major decision creates ripple effects that reach cities, industries, and people around the world. Instead of asking for opportunities, talented people now bring their biggest ideas directly to you. Your capital begins funding innovation, creating solutions that may improve millions of lives. Yet one lesson surprises almost every ultra-wealthy person: peace remains priceless. The moments that matter most still can't be bought. They have to be lived. Real legacy begins when your success opens doors for people you'll never personally meet. At this level, wealth becomes far more meaningful when it's used to create lasting impact. Eventually you realize the number in your account matters far less than the difference you leave behind. Because after reaching every financial milestone, the greatest investment is still the life you choose to live. And before this journey ends, there's one lesson that every millionaire wishes they had learned much earlier. After every milestone, one final lesson remains. Wealth wasn't created by one lucky moment. It was built through thousands of consistent decisions. Money can buy comfort, but discipline is what keeps wealth alive. The greatest investment isn't in stocks or real estate. It's in people. Eventually, every financial number disappears. Only your legacy remains. The richest people understand something simple. Time is the one asset you can never earn back. Money creates opportunities. No matter where you're starting today, your future is shaped by the decisions you make next. Your financial journey won't be defined by how much money you make, but by the life you build, the people you help, and the legacy you leave behind. This is only the beginning.